Hello everyone to a new edition of Small Final Fantasy After Years World Records. Today's edition we have Palom. Actually, the longest of the, 9 short stories. Because Palom gets quite some story build up. Not actually because of him. I mean, we all know Palom. Palom is just a dude. Um, but because of the new character that is being introduced, um, who is Leonora, a small little sage from Troya. But yeah, also first we need to just go with the ship, because obviously Palom comes from Mysidia, and well, first needs to go there so that he can teach her some black magic. But yeah, the storylines are actually very, very, like, Theodore's tale is only barely faster than this one. So yeah, that's really, I mean, sure, the slowest one, the fastest one is quite a bit faster, but yeah. Yeah, also, yeah, Palom has to grow up. He is supposed to be, I dare say it, responsible. How dare they try to make a young guy like him be like a proper mature mage? Hello? Hello? Old man? Are you serious? But yeah, obviously, like, for Palom, it's always like his relationship to Teller, which is really gonna be highlighted a lot. Because Teller was like his big inspiration. I didn't mean that he was ever interested in learning white magic, though. Why learn white magic when you can just make your sister do it, I guess? But yeah, the mage's voyage. Oh, Palom is a solid character. Definitely, he does gain some maturity. For sure. But yeah, small. Hey, Palom, we are on a ship. You get control of Palom. Yay, we can menu him, and now we can just move on and talk to the captain from the wrong side so that we actually need to reposition ourselves. Whoops. It happens. Movement is fast. Still better to talk to them from the side once you are there than to manually try to walk that distance. It is what it is. But yeah, with this, we have finally made it. The ship has landed, so time to do lots of new cool strats that are gonna save a bunch of time. Which you actually don't see because the splits we are running against are another offline PB split. Cause the old route PB was a 38:58, so the old official world record. So we are already over a minute ahead of that. But yeah, so we are going to get the Chocobo because otherwise we can't get over the river. There are no bridges. Not only in FF15 Chocobos can swim, but also in FF4. And then we meet the Epopsy in order to train, yeah, the Epop trainee on that empty place. Not sure what happened to them, but yeah. Welcome, Leonora. But yeah, we gotta help her because she has to yeah, conquer the Tower of Trials, that big tower that you saw when we came here by the ship. And yeah, she needs to go to the top so that she can become a true Epot. And on that way, we'll also teach her black magic, because at this point she only knows white magic. I mean, not really much, but yeah. So Leonora can, like many Gen 2 characters, they're like a bit weaker. They learn spells even later. She does learn a lot of spells, but she needs really a lot of levels. Like, all the way to the 90s. But yeah, so the first change is that we actually unequip Palom's Ice Rod and Wizard set, because those give intelligence. Palom has enough of those. Leonora does not. She actually profits from that. So she is now dealing more damage than before. And then yeah, we just get a Chocobo again because we can't cross a river otherwise. You really would think that they might just build bridges, but no. Not everywhere. Not sure what these two bridges are gonna do if there's no main bridge, but yeah. So yeah, short travel to the tower. And then, yeah, we enter, and we are gonna go very, very carefully about every spell she's gonna learn. But yeah, on the other side, so while we are in this tower, we also want to, like, so the goal is to reach level 13. So there is one big boss at the end, and we want level 13 for that, because that's when Leonora learns slow. And yeah, slow stacks, slow is great. So that is like the far, far goal. Yeah, here is the magic learning session part 1. She learns fire ? To use that on the stall. If you use it on Palom, he is gonna be angry. And since we gave her intelligence increasing equipment, she only needs 2 instead of 3. So yeah. If you like want to be a bit more completionist or just do a full run, the chest on the left there is an Ether. That's always valid to get now or on the way out. Yeah, I usually tend to like, so yeah, there are 2 main posts. One is level 13 at the end, and one is level 7? Level 7 at the mini blue. We'll get to that one a bit later. Because, yeah, after you have the doll, there's also like this mini red. Just, yeah. Basically, then the enemy where you get from the question mark spell to the, no, not exclamation mark spell, just the normal spell. Yeah, the timer is a bit, yeah, it doesn't do that much. I'm actually surprised that we saved 20 seconds, even though we killed 1 skeleton encounter. But yeah, just starting to kill a bit of stuff. After all of these like encounters where Palom gets out of the party, the auto battle gets reset. So that is a bit annoying. But yeah, Palom still one-shots like the encounters down here at least, even without bonus intelligence, because Fire is just a good spell for this place. And yeah. So yeah, now that Leonora has learned Fire, we just move up, take down more stuff, get some levels. As it is at the beginning of the game, levels are always nice. Yeah. And also, we not only get 1 mini red, we also get 3 mini reds. Yeah, this is the more normal encounter. The single mini is only once. But yeah, from now on it's just doll minis, doll minis. But yeah, we can just AoE the fire. They only have 30 HP. That's yeah, would have had to heal if we were below 35 HP. And yeah, now she is good with a fire spell. Now we can learn Blizzard. Praise be the Blizzard. On a Blizzard doll. Yeah, no auto battle, no nothing, just. So actually, like for an entry of a game, I just like if this was like Final Fantasy 1, I would have probably like. I think it just feels off because like people that played that game, it's definitely not the first Final Fantasy. But yeah, also we're not fighting these guys because, yeah, they're just not that good with elemental spells. But yeah, in general, like, we're trying to not fight encounters anymore because of all these resets until we move down again. I say, or until we have defeated the final small fight here that Leonora does on her own. Yeah, so these are the mini blues for which we wanted those levels. Which might not look dangerous now, but that's only because now that we have the level, we are outspeeding. And yeah, if you want to get that chest here, down below, that's another Isa. Isas are good, but we don't actually need that many. Because there are not that many bosses. But yeah, with the mini blues, she has now learned Blizzard. So there is only one spell left to learn, right? Because Final Fantasy Black Magic only has Fire, Blizzard, and Thunder. There is no water. I'm sorry, FF10 fans. Yeah, water is just very rarely in like any Final Fantasies, I feel like. But yeah, so the thing with Thunder is basically, it's basically the same. Alright, yeah, then we're getting the healing staff here. It gives us spirits, so it increases her healing, like, her white magic, but the main point we get it is so that we can optimize it over the staff that she has right now, so that we can give it back to Palom faster. That's actually the main reason. We just want to have a faster way to get that off again, because unequipping is slow. Same with the Sage's Mitre, so that at least also gives us some protection. Hey, Kitsune. Yeah, and here you see what happens if you, well, do a preemptive and you are not fast enough or you don't have defense set up. On the normal FF4 version on PSP, that is usually not a problem. Except very rare occasions. And after years, yeah, they will get their turns off if you don't turn off that auto battle in time. But yeah, so this is the final fight. The mini yellows. 2 AoE Thunders. Zerva holds 40 HP. But yeah. Did grind sufficiently. 9 seconds ahead. All very cozy. And now we can give Palom his stuff back. Because Leonora has done her job. So yeah, we just optimize both and then we run And now we're at the top. So you can see like these two switches on the left. They're actually more. And they unlock like items. Actually pretty good items. Like even Hermes sandals, money, and all that. So the former official world record like actually got like the ones got some of those. I have been able to find my way to not needing those anymore. So this is where I think this is just where most of the time save now is. Between the new and the old route. Just yeah. Not going out of the way for those. So that obviously also means less encounters here that we can fight, that we can try to level on. Again, not the spirits. All these undead tree trunks are bad. Setting up now. Yeah, so these are not that great, but yeah. I mean, you just take whatever you can and hope that it's enough. Because yeah, if you don't get the level here, well, we have to get it in the next dungeon, and the next dungeon is a lot more dangerous to grind. Yeah, we're also taking the pot here in order to just heal Leonora up again. And moving on out. The nice part is though that Palom is sufficiently faster, as you can see, that we don't really need to care about. I mean, Leonora has defend anyways, but yeah, she usually doesn't even get her turn in. Unless it's a preemptive. So I don't know what it is, but backtracking always feels a lot harder than walking on. Yeah. What if I turn auto battle off like there, just to make sure that we do not actually need long enough that we will suddenly accidentally get a spell off that we don't want. But yeah, so yeah. The experience here is actually like less. It's not even that much less than in the next dungeon, I think. But yeah, it is just a lot safer and faster. We don't need to worry about enemies and their attacks. But yeah, actually getting completely to level 13 in here is... It doesn't happen that often. Let's just say it like that. It doesn't happen that often anymore. I don't remember. But yeah, here you see she's learned Cura, so that means she has reached level 12. Sadly, she does not have the capabilities to actually use that later on. Like, it drains way too much MP. And doesn't heal sufficiently, but yeah. So we are level 12 plus a bit, so decent experience, but not all the way there. We do not fight anything in the world map because this is just... These encounters basically don't do anything. And then we have done with, yeah, the first part. The Tower of Trials has been conquered. And so, yeah, now they're going back, and Palom is told, sorry to break it to you, but Baron is attacking us. Baron is being the evil guys. And Palom is not happy. He's like, but Cecil is not evil. What is going on? You must be lying. Everything is dumb and stupid. So yeah. Small episode of sadness. Poor Palom. But yeah, as it happens to be, he will get over it. Yeah. Is there anything else? I don't think there is right now. So it's just Grumpy Palom. Very Grumpy Palom. But yeah, Leonora is back and is like, hey, we are under attack. You need to help us. Go help us. And our crystal, because it's always about the crystal. And yeah. So yeah, we are just gonna run, take the crystal, and praise the secret exit way. Because secret exit ways are good. So that we can actually run away. See, I love that. If there is overpowered enemy, just run. Running is good. Running is usually successful. It is usually more successful than just hiding and being found. And yeah, Leonora, don't run back. It is too late. Superpowered blue-haired Rydia is too powerful. But yeah, now we're heading to the Troya waterways. Yeah, so basically you can try to Sandara fishes here, which are not the brown ones, those absorb Sandara, or snakes, but not if they ambush you, then they will just kill you. But first things, we're gonna buy some items from the money we made. High potions, phoenix downs, and a tent. If this was like a full run, you could also buy some diet rations just to be able to cure pig, because I mean, for one, because of maybe some safety, but also the crystal's tail basically only gives you remedies. And remedies are expensive. Yeah, so there was that small attempt to kill crocodiles, which just did not work. But we got some fishies. Fishies good. Still need another one. There we go, more fishies. But yeah, you can see it is not that cozy here anymore. Even if it gives us like twice as much experience, I guess. But yeah. So we now reach level 13, we are done. Otherwise, there's also a heavenly rest item in the top left over there. So that Leonora could also use a spell. The Sandara type spell. But yeah, so we have like an Ether chest here that we could take for the full run. Still picking up the next one, the remedy. Because, yeah, again, remedies, expensive, remedies, good. Why did I even fight that? I think I had the hope to just get another level, because more stats are always good. Yeah, I forgot what those two items are. I think like a Phoenix Down and a Bacchus's Wine, because we definitely need Berserk on our characters here. But yeah. Yeah, just getting a level for good measures, but yeah. I mean, with how fast-paced this is, it doesn't even take that much time. And the final boss fight we will do here is, it takes a while. Levels are good. Levels are good for tanking. Levels are good for dealing damage. But yeah, the main purpose is reaching level 13 for slow on Leonora. Yeah, we are going up here for the rune armlet. Yeah, the rune armlet gives plus spirit and plus intelligence. And just more defense. More defense also always good. Then we get the spider's hook over here. That we would have gotten in the tower, I believe, otherwise. And then we get one more ring in this room, which is a ruby ring. Whose main purpose is just protecting your character from being piggied. Piggies are good, but in piggy state, you cannot use magic, which is kind of a problem if you have spellcasters. So, yeah. Gotta go for those, and now we are out of the waterway. Yeah, also we need 2 new armlets, because the current armlets they have are magnetic, and yeah, I mean, we are in Troya, you can all guess where we're gonna go to next. Right? Because obviously I just said, if you just don't want to get caught, run. Obviously, if you just run forever, then there will never be an end. So obviously we now have to put ourselves into a dead end. And that dead end being Lodestone Cavern. So yeah, going here and getting a black chocobo. Obviously we can't manually control it, but it will just fly us over. And we have like a nice cutscene, burp flying, enemy soldiers being there, being not happy with us. Don't shoot the burp! Not the burp! Chocobo, fly! Fly faster! Oh, little chocobo. So yeah, time for the cavern. Time for the magnetic cavern. But it's still magnetic. But yeah, that's the good part about being mages. Usually not that much metallic armor on them. Yeah, they figured somehow that this is a good place to hide. So, I guess we'll roll with it. So yeah, rune armlet and ruby ring. And then we run. Here we are definitely not trying to grind. Like, I haven't even... No, you just don't want to grind anything here. It just sounds very miserable. Besides the fact that we also really should be healing. But, yeah. Alright. Yeah, we're still getting some items. Like, there's some really good items here. And yeah, especially when it comes to more intelligence for Palom, because we like more intelligence. And the first one is the circlet. Headgear with more intelligence. Then we are going to the shop. Selling stuff in the main game for a full run, we'll probably sell all the junk, like the staff, but here we just sell the remedy, buy the sage's surplus. For just more armor and resistances for Leonora. And noob out again. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in there. Sadly, we can't just delay buying the armlets until then, because... yeah, then we'll just die before. Yeah, getting the polymorph rod, a weapon with more intelligence. Also has like a spell, but that doesn't matter. And now we get a bonus floor. Praise be the bonus floor. And hidden pass. Cause yeah, First we go left here for the magic rope. More armor, more intelligence. A bit out of the way, but it is so difficult to calculate, but I'm pretty... Like, maybe you could skip that, but nah. Yeah, and then if you go the hidden pass here, you have the Hermes sandals, which we before got on the top floor of the Tower of Trials. Because I did not know of that hidden pass. Yeah, also, so if you are too fast, you have to manually tend to this moon phase. Like, we want this moon phase for the next boss, because we want decreased black magic damage, because otherwise we die. And the moon phase changes either after sleeping, like in a tent, or after 30 minutes of game time. So if you go too fast, you might just have to tent yourself. It is a very, like, it's just a very weird thing to look out for, because obviously if you tent yourself, you lose time compared to not tenting yourself. But waiting is also not really, like, if you would actually have to wait, it would also feel very miserable. But yeah, and now we are on the on the actual boss. It is time for Dark Elf. So yeah, still starting off with a Spider Silk, so that we just get more initial slows in at the beginning. And Leonora can get faster to actually healing than using the Hermes sandals, because, well, Palom needs to be faster, and then we see how Dark Elf deals a lot of damage, and this is why we really want this moon cycle. So yeah, and now the strat is basically to like bluff 3 times and Sandara 9 times roughly, and have Leonora heal with like Cura and Eye Potions. And first we try to get off all 4 slows. Slow stacks up to 4 times. How did this even PB? And then you see poor Palom getting roasted. And rips the Hermes sandals. But yeah, like the damage, like everything about how often you have to bluff and the damage rolls just feels very weird. And I mean, you remember that we actually got at least a bonus level on Palom. Right? So he was more tanky and it still didn't matter as much. But yeah, you can also just defend with Leonora sometimes. It is not as tight as, for example, the Titan fight and the Ridia's Tail. Usually. Yeah, so you have Hex. Palom shall not be piggyfied. No piggy Palom. Palom shall have 420 HP and blaze like no one has ever blazed before. But yeah, Dark Elf, like first phase, has around 4,500 HP. So yeah, you can see this is taking us a while. Yeah, there's Piggy Leonora. She can't use Cura anymore. That's okay. Yeah. Here we are already starting to get into the region of like calculated risk, but also now that we have 4 slows, like usually, like you should get in 2 turns until like in between Dark Elf turns. All right, so yeah, and this was phase 1. Phase 2 is it's just 4 attacks that you need to tank. Like we don't deal damage anymore. It does like attack, Dark Breath, attack, Dark Breath. Yeah, you usually just heal Palom in some kind of way. Just one character that needs to survive. And then, well, Shiva appears. Shiva to the rescue! Well, go Shiva. A dramatic ending, in which even auto battle doesn't work. The Dark Elf disappears. Yeah, and with that, we are almost done. But no, the girl is back. Don't worry, Palom has a super plan. The super plan to not get the crystal into their hands. He is just taking the crystal and then doing the thing of actually just petrifying himself with the crystal. Ka-ching. While Leonora has to just run away. What could possibly go wrong, right? Right? Nothing. Except Leonora frightening out and actually assuming him again. God damn it, Leonora. The plan was so good. I mean, until maybe she would have broken the statue. But the plan was so good. But yeah, small flashback. Ka-ching. Repel him. So yeah, and now we have to fight the girl because this is definitely gonna end well. But yeah, this is a quote-unquote scripted fight. Nothing happens until you hit her 6 times. The problem is that these two are not that great with physical attacks. So using like a thunder spell if you can, that means also, if, as you can see there, Leonora is not piggied, is probably superior, even though the animation is slightly longer. And yeah, after that, she just uses her Shiva that she has taken, freezes us, and until we get thawed out in the Crystal's Tail. So yeah, this is the Palom's Tale of the After Years. Final time, 37:51 after the small cutscene. Yeah, still barely by 15 seconds, the slowest tail. No, 21 seconds. It is a tight battle with Theodore, but yeah, it still hasn't gotten there. But yeah, that's it. I hope you all enjoyed it, and see y'all in the next video.